fire signs. I hope that you all had a good October. We're taking a look at your energies for November with my 7th Spirit Lenormand and my White Newman Tarot. So we're going to take a look at a portrait spread first. What kind of November are you going to have this year, 2022? Fire signs: Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. I feel like I want to be more talkative with you folks. You might have some air energy in you folks that might be creating a little bit of a fire tornado, if you will. Fire signs, I'm seeing that you have some conflict around you. Somebody wants it, though. This month, November. Either you want this, or somebody around you wants this. Somebody wants conflict around something, someone that you love. Hang on. This is about opening up something new. Yeah, your social circumstances, your social people, your family members, your friends, that kind of thing. Acquaintances. They're creating kind of a shit show for you folks. A maelstrom. What's up with this? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic. Well, it looks like there's someone here who likes to kind of dominate everyone. It doesn't matter their gender, but I'm suspecting that they're a little bit more masculine than they are feminine. Although this can be also mama bear energy, so take that with a grain of salt. Take it as it resonates, okay? This particular individual is causing all kinds of conflict for you. Behind the scenes, this is someone who will smile in your face and will stab you multiple times over and over in the back, and will lie about having done that too. It's like they get a lot of energy from fighting with you. I'm feeling this sensation of wanting to go fast, fire signs, and I suspect that has to do with you. I also feel like you want to run away from this situation entirely. This dominant individual in your life, fire signs, it's not you, I'm getting. It feels like an earth sign is dominating some fire signs. Take it as it resonates, but they've opened up a cycle that's going to be difficult for you to get rid of. At the very least, there's going to be some serious conflict. Public conflict. Like, everyone's going to see this. Everyone's going to be talking about it. It's going to be the worst kept secret. You're going to hear people talking about it too. It might make the news for some fire signs. Take it as it resonates, but for some fire signs, this is going to make national news. I don't know what kind of fight you're going to be getting into. There's a real risk that someone might pass away as a result of this fight. You really need to take that as it resonates. That's absolutely not going to apply to the vast majority of people. But I'm getting with the national news case, someone's going, like, a couple of people are going to pass away because of this conflict. This is going to be a conflagration that just, burns people to death, basically. What the hell? Fire signs, if you can get away, I'm getting, from Spirit that some of you cannot get away from this dominant individual, that they are part of your story. And when their part in your story is finished, then they will leave. Then you will be allowed to leave. It's not over yet. It could be that this is a romantic partner who has dominated every part of your life. They're relatively new. For some of you folks, that may not be the case. But I see this conflict has been brewing now for a minute because this lands on the house of the tree. The seeds of conflict were planted decades ago for some of you folks, possibly in early childhood. It may be that you didn't have a stable childhood and you're carrying what you learned from that era over into this new one. There may be some really tough psychological habits that you're going to need to break in therapy, for instance. Oh, what is that one called? Cognitive behavioral therapy? I don't know if that's going to be helpful for everybody, but it might be helpful for somebody. It did pop into my mind just a second ago, okay? Whatever is going on underneath the surface, this is going to move so fast. It's going to cycle so quickly. Migration cycles take a year. This is saying it's going to go fast. It's like rumors. The rumor mill is going to just go very quickly. This person is spreading all kinds of lies about you. They like the benefits of being in a relationship with you. They don't like you. It might be that you give them good sex. You might be good at giving head. I hate to be that kind. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be that kind of blunt, okay? But you might be really good at having sex. You might be that kind of person who, is awesome at that kind of thing. And they're here for that, but not for the other parts of you. Going into the future, this is going to come out of nowhere. It's like they're going to be nice and sweet talking to you one little bit, and then a little bit later, this just moves in because they want you to do something that benefits them. You're not doing it fast enough. You're not doing it, maybe what you weren't aware that you were supposed to do it. They're going to fight and be nasty, suddenly out of the blue. It is going to end your new relationship, your relatively new relationship. And it's going to end publicly. News is going to be carried far and wide. Everyone's going to be watching. You might be a VIP. You might be locally known. You might be living in a small town where everybody knows each other, that kind of thing. Some of you are going to want to leave because you want to leave this past behind. And if you can start over in someplace new, it might be easier for you to kind of shift some habits about how you think about yourself, how you think about who you're attracted to, that kind of thing. Spirit, what else would you like to cover here? This is the influence going forward into the future. We can also talk about the influences that created what you're going through right now. It looks like at least you fire signs are used to this kind of conflict with other people. You might even think that this is how people show you affection, that fighting and bringing fire to the table is how you relate to each other, how you connect, how you say it's all good even, which is odd. If you're fighting, y'all are in good shape, which I think is interesting. Y'all are having a struggle moment. That means that y'all are good. Yeah, that you're together, that you're flowing together, when that's not the case at all. Unfortunately, I do feel a very public meltdown coming on in the future. Fire signs. It might be embarrassing. Let's take a look at what else we can kind of uncover, if you will. I was going to do a Celtic cross with tarot. So Spirit says no more from Lenormand, but we might reference it in the Celtic cross. We're going to take from the bottom today. You have the star as your central theme. The universe is at work here. But it's going to... Here you are with the Page of Wands in reverse. This is a stuck project. This is a fire that has gone out. It's also a fire that just kind of becomes a grass fire and isn't contained in its nice, comfortable fireplace where it should be. This might also be a refusal to grow up. Fire signs, please take it as it resonates. There may be an aspect of you that doesn't want to break psychological habits because they're comfortable and familiar. It's the way they've always been. It may be that you've been rewarded for those negative psychological habits that the universe is not rewarding you for. So like the people in your social circle will reward those behaviors because they're low vibing. So they're going to encourage you to get on their level, to low vibe with them. The universe wants you out of that. They're going to present you with circumstances. And in fact, this is about that watery energy. They're asking you to get in touch with your emotions, not just your anger. I'm getting also that this is an anger management kind of issue card. Fire signs, you may struggle with anger management. And the universe is offering you opportunities to let go of that anger and to change for the better, to change your emotional landscape, if you will. So in your past, you had temperance, you had balance, divine balance coming back into play. The universe is forcing things to balance out. At least created situations where things were more likely to balance out than to be thrown out of balance. It's like you're being offered a rest and an easy place to lay down, if you will. And if you can make changes in this state of rest, you are going to come out of this a better person. I see you having to come to a reckoning with what you have said and what you have done as the magician in the past. This is about finding conflict and thinking that conflict is a form of love. You're going to have a reckoning with how you behaved, how you've wrecked relationships in the past, how you've vibed low in the past. Fire signs, you need to take this as it resonates. On the surface level, we see a King of Wands in reverse, a coward who uses his fiery abilities to get what he wants, but it's not a positive thing for him or for anybody around him. He's getting things that medicate but don't heal himself, if that makes any sense at all. This is someone who allows their anger to explode onto other people. And it feels good when that happens. They feel it, you feel, fire signs, powerful and in charge when you are in that state. Take that as it resonates. You rage, you burn, you fight at the expense of your Queen of Pentacles. Everybody, regardless of their gender, has a balance of the masculine and the feminine, a balance of the Emperor and the Empress, I should say, at least in tarot. At the cost of your Queen of Pentacles, someone who knows how to nourish a situation, you are burning everything down to the ground. It's not just the things that are valuable to the people around you, it's the things that are valuable to you will also eventually be burned down. If these two characters, the king and the queen, don't work together, they're ultimately supposed to work together. This is a situation where if you are working on something together, if you are in a relationship with somebody together, that needs to end. That relationship with that other person needs to end because they're the ones who are being burned alive with your flame. I don't know, fire signs, that all of you have been acting intentionally, just kind of blindly. This feels good, so we're going to go with it. Sometimes we want things that are deeply destructive here. Destruction has been a part of this relationship now for a minute. One of the best things you can do to deal with your future is to admit that you were wrong to treat this person this way. You may be in a relationship with a water sign, a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer. And in that case, their water sign video for November 2022 will also apply to you. You can cross-watch. Yeah, I'm seeing a tremendous conflict that is, once again, a conflagration. Like, people are being burned alive here. That's the external circumstance. Now, what I saw in water signs is that not everybody around the situation can necessarily see what's going on behind closed doors in your home, fire signs. But the universe absolutely sees and is keeping a tally of what's going on. Everything you say, everything you do to this person that you are in a relationship with is being recorded and watched. You are laying up karmic debt for yourself to deal with later. If not in this lifetime, then over the next lifetime or lifetimes. I see you being afraid of slowly building something new that you want, that is actually good for you. It doesn't feel good to go slow. This is a card about ultra slowness. The Knight is one of the slowest characters in the Royal Suites. But the Pentacles is also about extreme slowness. You are not someone who likes to slow down at all. You hit people who tell you to slow down. You strike out at them in words, with fists. So you've been striking out at the universe. Universe still wants you to become this person. Interesting. This is going to be about applying harsh truths to yourselves and exploring them in detail. There's going to be a lot of pain in this process, but it is absolutely something that you need to do. When this relationship breaks up, it's not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. When this breaks up, you are going to be forced to think about how you got into the position that you are. By the time this has ended, there's going to be a lot of scorched earth around you. You're going to have to just start over. You're going to have to leave behind some people that you thought loved you, that you thought you loved. These might be family members, not just romantic partners. They might be family members, friends, co-workers, that kind of thing. You might have to start over in a whole new area of your country. I'm seeing for some fire signs, no contact orders, restraining orders. Some of you may be arrested. If you chase this person down, when the tower falls and the relationship ends, when the final fight happens, there's a possibility that some fire signs will be arrested. Take that as it resonates. Fire signs, this was a difficult read. I'm getting around Thanksgiving, around the American Thanksgiving holidays, this might heat up for you fire signs. This might reach its tower moment. I hope that you abide by the universe, by your ancestors, by your spirit guides, abide by their instructions, and become the best person you possibly can be. Take care, fire signs.